What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Andre. This is Destination Lost. For those of you who are returning, you already know who I am and what we do here. Today we're going to be doing a very quick review on the 2024 Mongoose switchback comp, sitting right here in this beautiful area. Almost looks like it's natural habitat with that green going there. Tell me that ain't nice. So, like I said, this is a 2024 Mongoose switchback comp. I'm going to try to make this video as quick as possible. It is currently 1:42 in the evening right now, or afternoon. It is Sunday, October 12th to be exact. So that's 1:42 Eastern Standard Time. I am located in Western Pennsylvania. So, long story short, I'm just going to give you guys some of the things that I like, some of the things that I don't like, and what to expect when you are purchasing this bike. So more so, this is a beginner bike, or essentially a mid-range trail-ready bike, more so rail trails, paved trails, packed dirt trails. Now, when you're getting into something a little more aggressive, like say you were to take this bike out here and do some stuff like this, I would not recommend bringing this bike out here, just for the simple fact that you are probably going to destroy the drivetrain. This is a very basic drivetrain on this bike. So to get into the things that I do like, it is a beautiful color. Obviously, a lot of the components on here, more so the cosmetic stuff, I actually put on myself. Got these off Amazon just to kind of make it a little nicer, make it more mine. So we got some aftermarket grips from Corky. They are pretty good for the price point. I just put these on the other day. I had different colors on here. It was actually a lot of purple stuff, but I put some green on there just to kind of make it pop. I don't remember how much I paid for these, but these are aftermarket. This is aftermarket as well. Nice comfortable seat, lightweight. It's not too bulky, not too thin. Gives you just enough padding, but for longer rides, I would recommend getting something with a little more padding, because this does tend to hurt when you're out here riding on the trails and whatnot. We got an aftermarket plastic, which this thing, I was thinking it was a little better than that. It's not terrible. It holds a bottle of water just fine, like an actual bottle of water, which I will be picking my stuff up on the way out. But as far as a bigger bottle, I haven't put one in here yet. I'm sure it would probably hold it, but over time it would probably snap, just due to the fact that it is plastic. So we have some aftermarket 50/50 pedals. I would highly recommend, even if you are riding on rail trails, get you some pedals like this, because it provides better traction. And also, if you are going to use pedals like this, I know that I'm wearing hiking shoes, but I was planning on doing some hiking as well. But your flat bottom, like a skateboarder shoe with something with a thick sole, would give great traction riding around on these, keeping you from slipping off the pedals on wet days or just in general. We do have an aftermarket chain on here as well. It's got like some oil slick color going there. We got some nice accents for the end caps on the cable lines here, and I would highly recommend getting you a bike pump. It is definitely something good to have. And we also got some different brake pads here as well. And we got some valve caps. So these are actually the Schrader valves, not Presta. Large, 29-inch tires. Beautiful bike. I did get some lights as well too. I do apologize for leaving that out. But these are phenomenal lights. I got these from Sweetwater Bicycle. Actually, whenever they were open, they are closed now. But these are, my personal opinion, hands down, one of the best bike lights you can possibly get, that I have tried, at least for a good price. Battery life is pretty decent. They are water resistant. This is the Lumina, Night Rider Lumina Micro 900, and it throws one heck of a beam on the front and the back. Highly visible in those dark areas when you're going through tunnels, or even just night riding in general. And we also have a Delta phone mount, which is good to have when you're out there on the rail trails. That way you can just kind of have that mounted up on the handlebars. I also did get some new head bolts as well. So covering all that. Good bike for rail trails, paved trails, hard packed dirt trails. When you're getting out there onto the actual trails, the reason why I don't like, I like the bike, we're not going to say don't like the bike. So the negatives on this bike. Oh, by the way, I also got one of these. Highly recommend getting one of these. Probably one for the top and the bottom. I will get a bigger one to wrap around that just to keep, because this chain, this rear derailleur here is about a $15 to $20 derailleur, which comes stock on the bike. It is garbage. I do not like it at all, because you end up missing a lot of gears. It shifts on us. Ghost shifting, as they call it. Ghost shifting does that quite frequently. And it is a lot of chain slap, and it's just a very noisy derailleur here. Given the fact that this is a 2024, you know, I paid a little under $600 after taxes and everything. And realistically speaking, in my personal opinion, I wish I would have done a little more research, went out and got a bike that was a lot better for that price point that I paid, because that is way too much for a bike like this. Now, the reason why I say that is because I essentially got this to ride, and then I kind of started to get a little more serious into mountain biking and wanted to make some significant changes, changing the whole entire drivetrain over to SRAM. The crankset, the rear cassette, the rear derailleur, remove the front derailleur, make this a 1x11. Turns out, for those of you who do know biking, this is a free wheel hub. Not a free hub, but a free wheel hub. And what that means is it's a pain in the friggin' butt to change out that rear cassette, because free wheels are kind of like not even really a thing anymore. A lot of these more modern bikes have free hubs, and it's a lot easier to work on. I have lock ring cassette removal tools for a free hub, not a free wheel. And needless to say, there's not a lot of cassettes in the market to put on there. And if there are, they're going to be expensive or really cheap and just not good at all. Now, when it comes to the free hub, there's a bigger range of different cassettes you can get from different companies at good prices, or even higher end prices, depending on what you want to use. So long story short, SRAM isn't going to work on here. I probably could put a bottom bracket from SRAM and a crankset, as well as the derailleur. But as far as the cassette goes, I would either A, have to change out the hub, or just change out the whole entire rim, and then pray to God that everything matches up just fine with this bike. I was planning on doing a RockShox Judy front suspension on here, which is, you could do it. But given the fact that I ran into this whole debacle right here because of that awesome freewheel, I was just like, you know what, the heck with it. I'm just going to leave it as is, and I'm just going to upgrade the rear derailleur and possibly the front with a Shimano, I think a Serra or the Shimano Atlas or Altus, one of the two. It's a couple steps. One of them are a few steps above this one, and then the other one's a few steps above the other one. And they work a lot better than this cheap little $15, $20 rear derailleur. It's definitely going to decrease the amount of chain slap that you're having, and ghost shifting and some other stuff. As far as the crankset's good. Any bike with a front derailleur, in my personal opinion, is trash. They are very hard to work on, and unless you're getting like a really high-end bike with a nice front derailleur, you're going to be running into problems altogether. So to cut this video short, it's a heavy bike. I'm going to say it's over 30 pounds. I haven't had the chance to weigh it yet, but I think they were clocking it at like 32 or 35. I can't remember. Check it out on Google. It is ready, dropper post ready. As you can see, they have the internal cable routing system here. You got another one here, and right up there if you wanted to put a dropper post on there. Long story short, don't waste your time or money. Get a better bike. But if you are planning on just taking this out on some rail trails, it's a good bike. The front suspension is extremely stiff. A lot of the components on here are from Exposure. I don't know how good of a company they are. But the handlebars, the head cap, the headset, and the front suspension, I want to say the crank system is from Exposure as well. And I think the seat stem is from Exposure. There might be a couple other things on here from Exposure, but the disc brakes, the actual discs are, I think, Tektro, which is pretty good. But these are mechanical disc brakes, which are not phenomenal. I just bought a bike with hydraulic disc brakes, night and day. But overall, I mean, if this bike was to go on sale again for the $400 that they had it at about a month after I purchased this bike, I would pay $400 for this bike. But anything over that, no. If you are okay with paying $500-$600 and you just plan to take this out on some rail trails, yeah. But either way, regardless of what you're going to do, upgrade that rear derailleur. Highly suggest upgrading that rear derailleur, because that thing is nothing but a problem. It's a very cheap component. You know, Mongoose made this for light trail riding and cut a lot of corners when it came to putting some stuff on this bike. Mongoose was the go-to bike back in the day when I was a kid. I still like them. You know, it's a beautiful bike, just not too happy that I paid as much as I did, and I wish I would have known more and did my research before making this purchase, because you can go out there on Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, or even Craigslist for that matter, or even a store and find a bike around $600 that will do a lot better than this will for some moderate trail riding. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do have any questions, or you feel like, you know, just educate me on some stuff, or just talking about the bike, or just biking in general, feel free to drop something in the comments. And thanks for checking out the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed and you like the video that you saw, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as well as clicking on that bell icon. That way when I do upload some videos, you guys will see. Take it easy. Catch you on the next one.